There it is.
What is up, ladies and gents? It's your boy G here from Hybrid BMX. Welcome to this Friday episode. This episode's not going to be as exciting as usual. This is going to be more of like an update episode. Pretty much, guys. Yesterday I did do something. I didn't do nothing. I did work on taking apart the back wheel. Well, I don't know which one is front or back, front, back, front. They're the same exact kind of wheel. They're both Alienation rims. Yeah. They're both plain black rims. So, yeah, double halo. Yeah, I got them both taken apart now. The nipples for the back rim were surprisingly large. See, like that's. Here, I'll put two of them side by side. Like these are the ones from the front rim. There we go. Okay, and maybe one of you guys can explain to me in the video because I need to do my own independent research. But maybe one of you guys will already know why one is longer than the other one. Here, let's see if I can. Here we go. Put them right up next to each other. See, there's one that's longer, one that's shorter. You see that? Here, I'll put it like that. You guys can see it a little bit better. There you go. So one's a little bit longer and one's a little bit shorter. I'm not really 100% sure why, so maybe you guys can tell me why one's longer and one is shorter. So, what are the plans? Well, I think we need to discuss what's going to be happening in the next week or so, as far as the channel kind of morphing a little bit, because I'm going back to full-time work. Because I'm going back to full-time work, that was the opportunity I was telling you guys about. I hadn't talked to my previous boss yet about the full-time work, and I didn't know how he was going to react to it, so I kind of didn't want to like throw it out there in case he saw one of these videos. It's just common courtesy. I didn't want to like throw it in his face, you know what I mean? So I wanted to talk to him about it first, then I'd bring it all the way out into the open. So I finally got it, I think, pretty much nailed down. I got to figure out my ID situation, but I should be good throughout next week to start at a shop that's called RM Kerner. It's a machine shop, and I'm going to be doing sandblasting and bong testing. Not that kind of bong testing. Get your mouth out of the gutter. Bong testing is when you take like pipes or parts and you force a bunch of water into them. And what it does is it shows you if there's any kind of pressure cracks or anything. If you force the pressure into it and you start seeing cracking or you see water coming out, then you know that there's a critical problem with that part. So because of that, that's what I'm going to be doing pretty much, just testing parts and sanding parts, like sandblasting parts, and cleaning parts. It's pretty much going to be my job for now until a first shift machine position hopefully opens. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's really awesome. It's going to do a lot to help out my family and I, and really help out this used BMX business. Because right now like I said, I used a little bit of side project money to put back into this business and our hobby right now. I mean, let's be realistic. It's a hobby right now. I've got a couple of bikes that I'm working on, and I haven't even put one up for sale yet. Speaking of which, it'll probably be a couple more weeks before I get these rims painted. That's part of the plan, but that's probably going to be like, I'm guessing like 2 or 3 weeks from now. Also, there's other parts that need done. Obviously, there's going to have to be cleaned and sanded, probably Scotch-Brighted actually. I probably won't actually sand these, or I'll like wet sand them, because the black paint will work as a really good like undercoat. It doesn't need to be like crazy, and the color should come out pretty good. So even though it's like a light blue, they say you shouldn't put dark under light, but I think it'll come out really good. I think it'll end up coming out the way I want it to if I do that. The other things that are going to be repainted on this bike, obviously, were, I think we spoke about the forks, the bars, the pedals. The cranks are probably going to get repainted too because they're kind of ugly right now. I still have to pound the cups out of the frame and clean the frame. Which, if you guys in the comments below, if you could leave me some ideas on a good way to clean this in a water-based solution that will not cause any kind of corrosion or rust. I know that's going to be a tough one to come by, and a lot of you are saying, well, what about your new job? You can just sandblast up. No. You don't do that at a new job. At a new job, you don't ask to do that. However, I did find some really cool coupons for stuff at Harbor Freight. I found a coupon that's like $40 off or like 40% off or something like that of a $179 sandblast cabinet, which I already have a compressor that would probably work decently with that setup. It's not the best compressor in the world, but it's like 125 psi. It's loud as hell, so it'd be something I'd have to use in like the spring, summertime outside in the garage, which would be fine. It would be totally fine. I would like to eventually get a bigger compressor, but the compressor I have would work. And it would make sanding or make cleaning up these bikes a lot easier. I could just spray them with the sandblaster, clean off the frame completely, and then come back through with paint and just respray them, done. And it'd make it really easy to get into all those little cracks and crevices. You'd think the Dremel would be good for that. It is. It definitely is. That's another loud tool, and I work predominantly at night when the family's in bed. So I try to limit my noisiness as much as possible. Even pounding these cups, I'm probably going to go out to the garage and pound them out of this frame and obviously the Stollen. As far as the Stollen's concerned, I'll probably work on that some more this week. So that might be a couple videos. We might see some work on the Stollen, depending. I don't want to get too crazy with it. The other bike we're probably going to work on, obviously, is the Miraco. It definitely needs some love. I got to pull the sprockets, so that'll probably be a video teaching you guys how to pull sprockets off of American and mid unsealed cranks, because it's a little bit different than sealed. Sealed, you just pull a bolt and it's done. These ones you have to actually pull like a lock nut off, and sometimes it's a little bit of a pain in the keister. So I'm just going to teach you guys how to do that in the most simplest way possible. I might need to actually buy a can of like WD-42. I was stressing myself out a little bit last night with the spokes because some of them were a little bit tighter than I'd like them to be. The other thing we're going to be doing, guys, hopefully, I noticed that last year we did a really good job, or I should say, yeah, because Duke kind of helped me along with that one. We did a good video for top 5 beginner bikes of 2018. So I think we're going to do that again this year. So I might be editing that video out this week coming up at some point. The weekend, obviously, is as usual. We're not really going to do any videos. That's family time for me. And Sunday night I probably will do a video to lead into Monday, and then obviously Monday into Tuesday, just to get started with the way, the trajectory of how everything's going to work, to keep you guys updated on stuff. If there starts to become a little bit of a lapse, I apologize. It might not be everyday episodes, but that's just because I'm just going to start a 40-hour-a-week job. So we're probably going to be looking more at, like, I'm going to say, anywhere from 1 to 3 videos a week is what I'm going to try to commit to. I'm not going to try to. That's what I'm going to commit to. Is 1 to 3 videos a week for you guys. I think that's very accomplishable. Especially with the lack of time that I'm going to have. I'm going to have a lot less time to work on videos and work on these bikes. So I might be able to compile a lot more of what I'm doing into, when you're doing 2 hours a night, you'd think you'd get a lot of I might even get, I might not even get that. I might even only get like a half hour a night to work on bikes because I have to be to bed at a decent time, especially for this first couple of weeks. Because my job is about an hour and 5 minutes away on foot, which in the morning I have no other choice right now but to do that. I could use an Uber or something like that, but it's just not cost effective, especially when I'm trying to buy a car. Once I get a car, things change a lot, but I'm going to have to be to bed early because I start at 5 o'clock in the morning and I go till 3:30. So I'm going to have to be up at like like probably like 3:30 in the morning to be ready to go to work. So it's going to turn into being more of like a 12-hour shift. I'm going to try to alleviate that as much as I can by getting stuff done in the evenings to get the family ready and get myself ready for the next day. I actually went out and bought a dry erase board to plan out our days pre the next day, so that way we know what needs done, what needs accomplished, and it'll make our household run just a little bit more efficiently. Some people do that, some people don't. My suggestion is it's not a bad idea. It's always a good idea to organize your life. The less organization you have, the more chaos you have. So just keep that in mind. If you're having a struggle at home and you're trying to figure out why, and you keep asking your kid to clean their bedroom a million times but they never do it, it's probably because you guys don't clean on a regular basis. And I'm not saying like your house is messy or anything like that, because we've all been there. We've all been there, I think. I know I was. Katie and I didn't know what to do when we first got together, as far as, you know, who's going to clean what and what's going to do, what are you going to do with this or that or the other thing. So I'm in no way judging anyone, but what I'm trying to say is just having a plan in place and having organization in place is always a good idea. It will make your life run a lot smoother. You'll get more time with your family, more time to do the things you want to do, like me with this hobby BMX business, and also it's just spending time with family in general. With Mason's karate and baseball and stuff like that, it's going to be very, very trying to get everything done. I pretty much have to be to bed during the week by like 9:30 at the latest, and that's to get like 6 hours of sleep. So a lot of people would say, well, you could stay up and work and only get 4 hours of sleep. You're right, I could. But that's a bad idea. That's a really, really poor decision. And some nights I might have to make that decision in order to get things done, if I'm in a crunch period or a crunch time. But for the most part, I'm just going to have to work my full-time work and save some of this for the weekends, which I was taking a break on the weekends and on Thursdays. But you guys have seen the Thursday Thoughts videos now, so I'm putting a lot of work into those and trying to make them as busy as possible. But as far as today, guys, I am unfortunately running out of time. Like I said, we're going to be working on the frame, we're going to be working on the wheels, and all the other parts on the Kink for the most part this week. That's going to be the majority of the content that you guys are going to be seeing on this channel. If anything else comes about, I will let you guys know, and you guys will get an update video. So be looking for a live video at some point during the week. If I haven't made a video on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to try to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what I'm going to try to do, because I also kept my other job so I could supplement some of this cost of running this business. So anyways, guys, I hope that you are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday night, and go enjoy yourself. Make sure you watch a Super Bowl, go to a Super Bowl party, enjoy yourself, spend time with your family, do what you got to do. But always make sure you come back here to Hybrid BMX and hang out with your boy G, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace, love, rock, deuces.